Behold the mystical six-rayed star shining throughout the cosmos. May we all be blessed under its rays. Hey, Tubies! Psychic Bob, it is so awesome to be with you today. Well, I tell you, we've got a fun subject to talk about today. We're going to talk about the hexagram, or commonly known as the six-rayed star. Now, before we get into that, just want to clarify a few things, okay? We know, or at least some of us know, hopefully most of us know here, I often talk about the five-rayed star. This is the five-pointed star, the five-rayed star called the pentacle. When it's in a circle, it's called a pentacle. And when it's without the circle, like this one, it's the pentagram, okay? This is a traditional sign of magic, of witchcraft, of Wicca, the five-pointed star. In fact, you'll see back here on my tapestry, it's filled with pentacles. I always talk about this star, but you know there's another magical star used in witchcraft and in many religions that isn't as commonly known, and that is the mystical six-rayed star. Now, a lot of people confuse these. I myself never thought they look alike, but a lot of people do. But as you can see, this is the five-pointed star, and you can count the points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the six-rayed star, six-pointed star. It has 6 points. Okay, so if you look closely, you can see they're rather different. Aren't these beautiful? They really sparkle. I'm loving my sparkly stars today. So we're going to talk about this today. But before we get into all of that, I forgot one thing I tell you. Make sure to pop over to my website, PsychicBob.com, get your free artwork. This is my newest painting called Solar Biomorph. It's only going to be up till Saturday. A lot of you have been writing saying you love this painting. Make sure to go get your free download copy at my website. There are instructions over there at PsychicBob.com, and I'll tell you how to get them, okay? So, back to our topic at hand. So, today we're going to talk about this wonderful symbol and how to bring it into your life. The six-rayed star is an ancient magical symbol, and back in the early days of Wicca in the 60s and 70s, there weren't many people that made pentacles, but there were a lot of stores, jewelry stores, that carried the six-rayed star, and this actually has a long history of being used in magic. One of the earliest recorded historical references to the six-rayed star was at the time of Solomon. Solomon was a great and wise king of Israel, and he built a temple called Solomon's Temple. And it was believed that Solomon's temple was built with magic. And today they call this star, also it's known as the Seal of Solomon, as well as the Star of David. As the Seal of Solomon, it was believed to use in conjuring of spirits and contacting spirits and, basically magical evocation and invocation. And so this star, apart from the historic use of the Jewish people, actually has a more ancient history as a magical talisman. It was used to ward off evil, to guide magicians and protect them. And anybody in the magical arts back in the day used a six-pointed star. The five-pointed star was around too, but among many people it was more commonly known back then was the six-pointed star. So what's really cool is that this star over time has evolved to become a symbol of many faiths. This star is used predominantly nowadays in the Jewish religion. Modern-day Judaism uses this as their symbol. As the Christian church has the cross, so the Jewish synagogue has its star. I myself love the sign of the star. I think it's just beautiful. It's so elegant and beautiful. In fact, I'm wearing a little silver one with crystals in it today. We'll talk about that in a little while. But today I wanted to share with you kind of how to understand the six-rayed star, what it means, how you can create one for yourself, and how to use it in a spiritual way. So let's start by just analyzing the actual structure of the star. Hold on just a second here. I got to get out my pastels. I'm going to do some, whoops, there go all my pastels. I'm going to do some drawing for you guys today. All right, Psychic Bob, such a klutz. I just knocked all my pastels all over the table and floor, but luckily I got them. So what we're talking about is the order, the design of the six-rayed star. Now, the six-rayed star is very simple to make. It consists of two triangles, okay? And so we have one triangle, and then let me try to draw this here, that faces downward, okay? Can you see that? Excuse my writing. I'm not the best of artists drawing freehand here, straight lines. This is believed to be the feminine principle. It represents the goddess or the feminine aspect of deity or divinity. The other aspect is an upward pointing triangle, which intersects it. Okay, so we have this part is the masculine part. This upward triangle represents male energy. The downward triangle, actually let's use a different color on that so it's more noticeable. The downward triangle is the feminine. So we have a combination of masculine and feminine. This fits in with many of the Wiccan teachings of the goddess and the god uniting. This star is believed to represent the cosmos as well, that from the union of opposites, all of life comes. Now, when we think of stars as being beautiful things that radiate light, that give life. And so it is with this symbol. It's a symbol of life. It's a symbol of goodness. This is why it's often used as a protection symbol. Like the cross, like the pentacle, the Jewish star or the pentagram, the hexagram, hex means six, hexagram can be worn as a symbol of protection against evil because it is a force of life and good. And so it overcomes destruction and chaos. And so this star will bring balance, harmony, and protection to your life. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Now, I want to clarify that you do not have to be Jewish to use the star to incorporate it into your spiritual life. It's been used by many religions. Not only Judaism uses it, but Wicca uses it, and many spiritualist groups use it, as well as various occult orders. In the Order of the Purple Cord, which is our Wiccan group, I am going to be making this one of the official symbols of our order, and we'll have an announcement about that soon. But just know that you can use it as a Wiccan. In fact, when you study the early Wiccan movements, like for example, look up pictures of Alex Sanders. He was a witch back in the 1960s, very prominent witch. He was, along the lines of Gerald Gardner, Alex Sanders, and Doreen Valiente, some of the three big names in Wicca. You'll find many pictures of Alex Sanders wearing this star, the six-pointed star. And as I said, this back in the 50s and 60s, it was harder to get pentacles. So a lot of people in magic use this simply because you could find copies of them at your local jeweler store. And so the six-rayed star has a long history of being used in the magical communities, even really before the pentacle in modern day usage. So there you go. Anyways, as I was saying, many spiritualist groups also use this as a symbol. And there's a group out of London or out of England called the White Eagle Lodge. And it started back in the 1930s. The White Eagle Lodge was a group of mediums who channeled an entity called White Eagle. He was a Native American spirit who came and gave them lessons on life and spiritual teachings. And this is a book that I want to share with you called the book, I've got a little glare here, the Book of Starlight. And this is basically the whole book is one long meditation on the mystical star, the six-pointed star. I call it the six-rayed star as well. But they're more than just six rays, but the predominant point's in mid-array, so it's six rays. And I wanted just to read a little bit of this book to you to give you some concepts of how you might start to think about bringing the six-rayed star into your life, okay? So we'll start right at the beginning, and each page has artwork on it. So you can see this beautiful picture There's the 6th grade star, and it's got some words underneath it. All right, can you see that? There you go. So we're going to read this. And it says, this is just a meditation. Try to visualize this while we're talking. Above you is a star of infinite light, beauty, power, and love. From the star, from this star, the light is pouring down upon you. Attune yourself to this central point of power. It is your life. Hold on, I got to reread that. I chopped that up. I can't see without my glasses. Okay, so we're going to try that again, all right? So just settle down. Try to visualize this. Above you, so floating up in the air, is a star of infinite light, beauty, power, and love. From this star, the light is pouring down upon you. Attune yourself to the central point of power. It is your life. Now, while I'm doing this, I want to just hold up a picture. This is a picture that I got from the White Eagle Lodge that I want to share with you. This is their star that they use in meditation. So this book and this star image come from the same group, the White Eagle Lodge. So take a look at that as we read along. Think about that. Hold that image in your mind's eye. Take a look at that. Study that just for a moment. Isn't that beautiful? Can you feel the light radiating from it? Pretty impressive, isn't it? Okay, got the image? All right. I can't hold that up while I'm reading. Okay. So we're going to flip the page. Now, every page of this book is great. I recommend you get this because it has artwork. Every single page has pictures of the star radiating power in different forms. This next page says, as you open your heart and mind and your whole being to the star, the outer self becomes radiant in the light of the star. All worry, all disquiet drops away as you bathe in this beautiful golden light. The star, which is a symbol of the highest life, is within your heart, as well as blazing in the heavens. You are all small stars. You are building the star of life within your own soul. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that artwork. See that star, the little stars surrounding it? So all of us, we're like those little stars. We're building that giant star that emits power and gives life to the cosmos and to all of us. Life creates life. Okay. And we'll continue on here. The star shines down upon you. Okay, visualize that light coming up. Feel the rays of the star penetrating your heart. Just gently breathe in the rays. Absorb into every cell of your being the rays of that glorious star. Be still under the star. Here's again one of our star images if you need to refresh that. After a while you'll have this memorized, but right now you probably want to look at the image regularly. Okay. Here's another artwork. Look at that, that beautiful giant star. And it says, as you learn to become peaceful under the star, you radiate this peace into the outer world. The star is not only a great cosmic power, it is also a tender, loving, guiding power, a protecting power in your life. If you can surrender yourself to the sweet and lovely star radiance, you will find that your pathway will be one of light and happiness and gentle peace. All your needs are understood, and you will receive the comfort, the guidance, and the love that you will need as you go into the star. All right, oops, my page stuck here. Quietly breathe very gently. And as you breathe, feel that you're absorbing into every cell of your being the rays of the glorious star shining just above you. Just breathe peacefully and feel this wonderful light of the star filling your heart with every breath you take. So we're going to stop there because this book is literally like 100 pages of meditations on the star. And the interesting thing is the way it's written, you can open it at any point, and there's some profound wisdom about the star. So I encourage you to explore this book, The Book of Starlight by the White Eagle Lodge. The author is White Eagle, who is the spirit that brought this teaching of the star. I'm a big believer in this star. And so, I'm going to see if Lady Angela can put this on my website so we can have a copy for you guys. If you want to get this image, I'll see if I can get this up in the next day or so. But anyways, there it is. There's the mystical star of power and light, the six-rayed star, the six-pointed star. Isn't that lovely? Now, if you're saying, well, PsychicBob, how can I bring that into my life, okay, I'll print out the picture, but what else can I do? Well, why don't you wear that sacred symbol as your magic talisman? Maybe you're looking for a sacred sign. And these are much easier to get, actually, than pinnacles. Even though you can get pinnacles a lot of places today, you can now get the six-rayed star. And so I have this one, which is hard to see. I got a lot of glare. But it's done in silver, and it's inlaid with little zirconias. And it sparkles, and it's shining and bright. And so maybe you want to find a little star charm to wear. Now, they make them in all sorts of colors and materials. In fact, I'll show you some of my other ones here. Here's one done in gold. Oops, here it is. It's done in gold with little zirconia crystals. It doesn't have to be a white star. I relate to it as a silver or white star. That's just me. But if you like golden light and golden stars, there's one for you done in gold. Isn't that beautiful? So that was a little larger. They come in all sizes. Here's one that I sometimes wear, which is very plain and simple, but it's done in a mesh design, kind of like a mesh fence or a screen. Very simple yet elegant. To me, I like minimal jewelry. I think things that are very simple lined are more elegant. That's just my taste. But you can get them inlaid with diamonds and rubies and emeralds, all sort of gems, And here's one. Now, this is an interesting one, which I'll show you. This one has a blue zircon stone in it, okay? Now, what's interesting is, do you remember when I was showing you earlier our drawing, I said there are two triangles. This one is interesting because the downward triangle is emphasized. It's in the front. Sometimes when you see the ones that cross through each other, they'll have the upward triangle in the front or the downward triangle. It doesn't matter which way you go, but this one, I bought it because to me it represents goddess power, because the downward triangle is the goddess. And so since that's predominant in the design, I felt like it represents the goddess. Isn't that interesting? It's got a beautiful blue gemstone in it. So these are a few of my stars of David. Now, you can also, as I said, buy ornaments. Okay, I bought this at Pier 1. They sell these now. You can even look now. They're already in the stores. I bought this one last year, but I saw them recently in the store. And they're made out of little twigs and twine, and they're glitter coated. You could actually make these yourself if you have time. But I bought mine because I don't have the time to make them. But aren't they beautiful? Just lovely, and it glitters. And they make these in silver, gold, blue. I think I have some other colors. I have to find it, but I really relate to the silver one. That's just my taste. So you can buy these little ornaments. You can hang them up in your altar area. You can wear the star. And I would encourage you, set up an image, a sacred image, and literally commune with the light. Visualize the light radiating, absorb it, and know that you can also radiate it from within yourself. In the ceremonial magic traditions, they have a ritual called the lesser banishing of the pentagram. But at the end of it, it invokes not just the pentagram, it invokes the six-rayed star. And it says, "About me flame the pentacles, and inside of me shines the six-rayed star." The six-rayed star is believed to be humanity in perfection. So it represents human life merged with divine life. And this is the symbol that is produced from that union. As above, so below. Do you see what it means? So that which is above, divine power, comes down and merges with us, and we become like above. As above, so below. As below, so above. And so this is a great sign of hope, because it means that all people, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you can attune to your higher self, to your divine self, and merge in the divine light and bring that light into your very life on earth and share in the joy of divine eternal light. See, you don't have to die to reach the light of heaven. It's already within you. And didn't Jesus say, the kingdom of heaven is within? And that, I think, is what he's talking about, the six-rayed star. That light is the divine light that shines from every soul. And this is why I always say, you know, when we encounter people that are evil, we shouldn't hate them. We can hate the evil they do, but they carry even in themselves that star. And so when you wear the sacred star as your symbol over your heart, when you encounter others, you're reminded to say, you know what, they carry that star also. They may not be wearing it outward like jewelry like I am, but yet they carry it within. So this is, I think, a very powerful symbol that teaches us love for other people, love for God, love for Goddess, love for life. So, you know, I think that the Jewish religion really has something going for it when they start using this symbol. I think this symbol is so profound that it really speaks, in my opinion, to the great connection of humanity and divinity. Anyways, just a few thoughts today on the six-rayed star. I hope that you will explore working with this. We'll probably have to do other videos on this. There's a lot more I could say, but today I'm going to just end it with that, something to meditate on. We can talk in the next video. Maybe next week we'll continue this, because there's a lot more I want to say, but I'll save it for them, because there are different ways that we can use that in rituals and magic spells as well. So we'll talk about that next time. Anyways, guys, thank you for being here. You guys rock. Got to say also thank you to all of you who came up to yesterday's video. We did a live Messages from the Spirit where we had the best time. If you didn't see that, please go see it. It's in the queue right before this one. Make sure, please, again, help me out. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, and tell me, put some comments in the box below. Tell me about the six-rayed star. Have you ever used it? Have you seen it? Are you a magical practitioner? Tell me anything you want to share with me about your experience and knowledge of the six-rayed star. I'd love to hear from you. Guys, thank you so much. Listen, keep it here. We'll be back here tomorrow, which is, what's tomorrow? Thursday, Vlog Thursday. Not sure where we're going yet, but just show up. We'll have an adventure as we always do. All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Till then, may all of you, love you all. May you all always blessed be.